People often ask me how far humans can really go. Mars is hard, but Jupiter is something else entirely. When you look at Jupiter, you're not looking at a planet we can conquer, you're looking at a force of nature. Jupiter is so large that it dominates everything around it. Its gravity is immense. Its radiation is extreme. And there's no solid surface to land on, only endless storms and crushing pressure. Even our most advanced spacecraft struggled just to survive near it. This isn't a problem we can solve by building a bigger rocket or moving faster. Jupiter exposes the limits of human biology and the limits of physics itself. You can't engineer your way out of radiation that can kill you in hours, or pressure that turns matter into liquid metal. Exploration is about knowing where to go and also knowing where not to. And Jupiter may be one of those places humanity was never meant to reach. When people imagine traveling to Jupiter, they picture distance as a number a few 100 million miles. But distance in space isn't measured in miles. It's measured in time, exposure, and risk. Reaching Jupiter would take years, not months like Mars, years spent far beyond Earth's protective magnetic field. Every single day, astronauts would be bombarded by cosmic radiation that slowly damages DNA, weakens the immune system, and increases cancer risk. This isn't something you can simply shield away. More shielding means more mass. More mass means more fuel. And fuel is everything in space. Then there's isolation. Deep space changes the human mind. No quick return, no rescue mission, just a small crew confined to a machine moving farther from Earth every day. Communication delays stretch into nearly an hour. If something goes wrong, help isn't coming. And Jupiter itself makes the journey even more dangerous. Its gravity well is enormous. Slowing down enough to approach it safely requires massive amounts of energy. Speeding up again to escape, it would require even more. Every maneuver compounds the risk. This isn't about bravery. Humans are good at bravery. This is about physics, about the reality that space does not care about our intentions. We've sent robots to Jupiter, and even they struggle to survive. If machines built from metal and silicon barely endure the journey, imagine what it demands of fragile human bodies. Before we even face Jupiter itself, the journey alone pushes human endurance beyond reasonable limits. And that's the first signal that this is not a frontier meant for us to cross. But even if you somehow survive the journey, Jupiter delivers the final barrier, radiation. Jupiter is surrounded by the most powerful radiation environment in the entire solar system. Its magnetic field is enormous, far stronger than Earth's, and it traps high-energy particles moving at near light speed. These particles don't just damage electronics, they destroy living cells. Near Jupiter, radiation levels are so intense that an unprotected human would receive a lethal dose in minutes, not days, not weeks, minutes. Even heavily shielded spacecraft like Juno are slowly being damaged every time they pass close to the planet. Their instruments degrade, their systems fail, and those machines don't need to breathe, repair DNA, or keep organs functioning. Radiation doesn't act like an explosion. It's quieter than that. It breaks you down at the molecular level. It shreds DNA faster than the body can repair it. It damages the nervous system. It increases cancer risk to near certainty. No spacesuit can stop it. No practical spacecraft can carry enough shielding without becoming impossibly heavy. And Jupiter never gives you a break. Unlike Earth, it has no safe orbit nearby. The radiation belts extend millions of kilometers into space. You can't simply stay far enough away and still call it a mission to Jupiter. This is where ambition runs into reality. Radiation is not something you negotiate with. You don't innovate your way out of it. You respect it, or it ends you. Jupiter isn't hostile because it chooses to be. It's hostile because of what it is, a giant engine of gravity and magnetism that turns space itself into a lethal environment. And that alone makes human survival there not just unlikely, but fundamentally impossible. And even if radiation were somehow solved, Jupiter presents one final truth that can't be engineered around. There is nowhere to land, nowhere to stand, nowhere to live. Jupiter is not a world in the way Earth or Mars is a world. It has no solid surface. What looks like clouds from a distance are layers of violent storms, each deeper level bringing greater pressure and heat. Descend far enough, and the pressure becomes so intense that matter itself behaves differently. Hydrogen turns metallic, structures collapse, atoms are forced into states we rarely see in nature. You can't build a base there. You can't anchor a habitat. You can't grow food or establish shelter in a planet made almost entirely of gas and chaos. Any structure we place would either be torn apart by storms larger than Earth or crushed by forces far beyond what materials can withstand. This is the difference between exploration and habitation. Mars challenges us. Jupiter rejects us. Robotic probes can pass through briefly, gathering data before they fail. Humans don't have that option. We are not designed for temporary existence in lethal environments. We need stability. We need protection. We need a place that allows life to continue, not just survive for moments. Jupiter reminds us that the universe is not built for comfort or fairness. Some places exist only to be observed, not visited. Not every giant must be climbed. Not every frontier is meant to become a home. Exploration isn't about going everywhere. It's about understanding where we belong and where we don't. And Jupiter, in all its size and beauty, stands as a boundary, a reminder that human ambition, no matter how powerful, will always exist within the limits of the universe itself.